Welcome back, trainer. So we may be getting some sort of flower event, spring event. I'm not too sure what's going to be happening with the Eeveelutions, as well as Pikachu and Raichu, because we have assets within the game that show these Pokemon not necessarily wearing a crown, but having flowers on their forehead. So let's go ahead and take a look at that and see what we have going on here. I will be leaving a link in the description so you can go check it out and follow him yourself. Very good information over here. So he did find these within the game. We do have Leafeon, which is not even in Pokemon Go for us to currently have yet, but this may just be the introduction that we need to see them enter into Pokemon Go. Now, are they going to take a Sinnoh Stone? More than likely, yes, because they require evolution items within the game. I don't think they're going to just release a whole new set of evolution items for Leafeon and Glaceon, although it's a possibility, but I'm going to stick with the Sinnoh Stone. So that is the normal variants of Leafeon, and then you have the shiny here, just slightly darker green, not much of a difference, and maybe a little bit more tan on the skin. And then you have Glaceon. This one's pretty neat. Still not going to be the best ice offensive Pokemon or anything. We're going to look at Glaceon and Leafeon stats so you can have a good understanding there. So there are those two. Very neat. And if we go down here, we have Espeon and then the shiny, and then Umbreon. So do I think they're going to bring back Last Resort for this? Not necessarily. What I'm thinking, like I said just a minute ago, is they're probably going to use this as the introduction to Leafeon and Glaceon for Pokemon Go. So we might just see them entering around springtime. Who knows, maybe sooner. But the flowers, I'm just indicating bloom and the start of summer and stuff like that. Or at least spring, right? And then you have the Eevee, of course, with the shiny. With that, and there you go. And then if we go down a little bit further, he did find these on January 4th. So after Christmas, we have the shiny Stantler with the bells. A little late. It's pretty funny, and maybe they're just getting ready for next year. Here we go. Anyways, then you have the Pikachu with the hat here, which we have not seen enter into the Pokemon Go yet. And then, of course, the Pikachu with the flowers, and there is the Raichu as well. So keep note of that. This might be some sort of, like I said, spring event, because every time we do have these kind of things, Pikachu is always involved in some sort of way with a special hat. All right, over here on the Go Hub, quite excited about Leafeon because it's going to be pretty good regarding PvP. So it's going to have a max CP of 2,944, attack 216, defense 219, and stamina 163. Fairly tanky with a defense over 200 and attack as well over 200. Looking great so far. Pure grass Pokemon. It's going to be weak to bug, fire, flying, ice, and poison, resisting electric, grass, ground, and water. Okay, and now let's take a look at the moves, because it's going to be great for PvP. Regarding its charge moves, we have Solar Beam, Leaf Blade, and Energy Ball. Leaf Blade is highly used on the Sceptile, which works excellent. And for the fast moves, we have Razor Leaf and Quick Attack. Razor Leaf is going to be a decently strong move, but it's not going to be charging up your energy quite that fast to get those Leaf Blades off as fast as you may want to in a PvP match. Quick Attack is going to be gaining more energy, and Razor Leaf is going to be the slower one. Leaf Blade is going to be going off fairly quick with a 33 energy requirement to charge, and Quick Attack is going to get the job done for this. So as far as Leafeon goes, it's looking quite nice. Now let's take a look at Glaceon here, pure ice type with a max CP of 3,126, attack 238, defense 205, and stamina 136. So that attack is looking fairly nice. It's going to be weak to fighting, fire, rock, and steel type, resisting ice itself. And let's go ahead and look at the moves to see what it has. Ice Shards and Frost Breath. Avalanche, Ice Beam, and Ice Wind for the charge moves. So Ice Wind is also going to be nice for PvP. Multiple charge move. Avalanche is going to be great for raids and gyms, I suppose. Ice Beam is another strong attack. So they're basically the same thing, right? Like we went over for the Mamoswine video. So this has a great move pool. As far as coverage, it's not looking great. Now let's go ahead and go over Glaceon's quick moves to see which one is going to be more beneficial for you. We're not going over Leafeon's because we already know Quick Attack is going to gain more energy to charge those charge moves up. So for Glaceon, we have Ice Shards with the power of 8, energy 10, and duration 3. For Frost Breath, you have the power of 6, energy 5, and duration 2. So clearly the one you're going to want to go with is going to be Ice Shards. It's gaining energy 2 times faster, as well as doing a lot more damage as well. So it's going to make a big difference when you're in that PvP match. So just make sure you take note of that as well. So we're over here on the Go Hub yet again to do another comparison for the DPS. This time we have Mamoswine and Glaceon because We do have confirmation it is entering the game, that Mamoswine here, for the next community day. And also, I do believe for its special move, it's not going to surpass its current best Avalanche move, because there's nothing that it can learn that's going to be better for it currently in Pokemon Go. So with that said, let's go ahead and take a look and see where Glaceon falls between all of these ice attackers. Well, just 4 of them. So we have Glaceon with Ice Shards and Avalanche sitting at 15.82 DPS. Weavile with Ice Shards Avalanche 15.97. Mewtwo with Psycho Cut and Ice Beam 14.68, and Mamoswine taking it all with 16.44 with Powdered Snow and Avalanche. So Glaceon is not doing bad whatsoever. It can hold up with the best of them. So if you like this Pokemon, it's going to be good news to you. You're going to be able to use it sort of competitively in PvP, and as well as taking it to the raids, and is actually going to help you do a lot of damage. So that is awesome that Glaceon is going to be able to put in work. Okay, so I have a few different Leafeons here with various different movesets to do a little comparison, just so you can see. Now, these are going to be going up against raids, the best moveset you want. Personally, if you're going to be going into a PvP match, you may want to go with Quick Attack and Leaf Blade. That's my recommendation, but it's not even out yet, so let's just talk about going up against raids right now. The best damage output for it's going to be Razor Leaf and Solar Beam sitting at 15.36. Then you're going to have Razor Leaf Leaf Blade at 14.92. Quick Attack Leaf Blade at 14.23, Razor Leaf Energy Ball at 1340, and Quick Attack Energy Ball at 1213. So the best one clearly up against raids is going to be Razor Leaf and Solar Beam. So Energy Ball is not holding up so well. It's not horrible, but at the same time, if you did buy a secondary move, you probably want to go with Razor Leaf and then Solar Beam, but that's going to be quite expensive and up to you. Now let's go ahead and see where it stacks up going up against other grass type Pokemon. Alright, now let's go ahead and compare some of these grass Pokemon. Now the damage output here is just going to be going up against raids and gyms. This is not going to be for PvP in specific. And I did throw in Sceptile with Frenzy Plant just for fun to see where it would land. So first up we have Roserade with Razor Leaf and Solar Beam sitting at 17.7. Then Sceptile with Bullet Seed and Frenzy Plant sitting at 16.25. Venusaur, Vine Whip, and Frenzy Plant 16.05. Breloom, Bullet Seed, and Grass Knot 15.89, Exeggutor, Bullet Seed, Solar Beam, 15.79, Leafeon, Razor Leaf, Solar Beam, and there it is, 15.36, then Sceptile with Bullet Seed and Leaf Blade sitting at 14.70. Now, I don't know how accurate those were, but they seem pretty good. I have this Roserade here that does a fairly good job with that moveset itself, completely maxed out. But when I have a grass Pokemon, a go-to one that is always reliable and doing, and seemingly like doing the most damage, that is going to be my Venusaur with Vine Whip and Frenzy Plant. It's always putting in so much work with that double move. That Vine Whip charges the energy fairly quick, so take note, Venusaur is really good. You did see Sceptile up on the top there with a Community Day move, so like we went over 2 videos back, it will be doing excellent when it does receive that Frenzy Plant, if that is what it gets in fact, so we'll just have to wait and see. Currently it is sitting on that Leaf Blade, which does perform just perfect for it already. Right, so as far as my Eevees, it's looking quite colorful. Actually, when I pull this up, it looks pretty neat, to be honest. So we have the shinies mixed in with the regular ones and all kinds of stuff that I just don't really need here. So we have a 44% Umbreon and a really bad 973. I just used those for the Celebi quest. I just wanted to walk whatever, but I don't think I can top this one right here, sitting at a 345. Wow. So at least I can power it up for the Ultra League and I can reach a higher level than, I guess, a higher IV Espeon, and I don't know, have a little bit more health. So I have that going. As far as the Eevees, I'm looking pretty good. I still have those shinies left over. I did transfer quite a few of them into Pokemon Let's Go, so we'll see what happens here. Do I think they're going to have an increased shiny rate chance or something like that? At this point, Niantic keeps doing things a little bit differently, so it's making it harder for me to guess what they're going to do now. As far as taking more shots at the community days, it's pretty solid. We know what's going to be coming after the Swinub. It's going to be the Sceptile, right? Because they're going down the line for the starters. But they keep on kind of switching it up as far as the month that we're getting that random or pseudo legendary Pokemon, and this time they gave us Swinub. So as far as guessing, it's kind of making it pretty difficult. Anyways, I do have plenty of these, so when they do release them, my point here looking at these is, yeah, I have quite a bit already. So when they do come out with this event, yeah, I'm probably going to have to either trade some of these off or transfer them into Pokemon Let's Go. Do I really need the ones with the flower? I kind of want one of each, you know, just to collect and have that sort of trophy. So there's my Eevee collection, not looking bad at all. So there you have it, trainers. Remember, this is all speculation. We don't know, or I don't know, if there's going to be some sort of Eevee event or something like that in the future. But with all those flower Eeveelutions as well as the Pikachu, it's kind of pointing towards that. As far as when is it going to happen, who knows, because they did add that Stantler with a shiny and bells around its neck right after Christmas happened, completely throwing everybody off. Like, Niantic, are you a little late here? But they're maybe just adding things way in advance. Who knows? Because what's going to come up next for some sort of shiny Stantler with bells? I mean, that's like a holiday thing right after the event of the holiday happened. So I hopefully will be getting my shiny Melodic later tonight, because I haven't really been out, moving too much. But I do feel like I'm going to go out grinding pretty hard so I can get this evolution going. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and one more time, remember that this is just speculation, who knows, and we will see what happens in the future, trainers. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and I will be catching you all next time. Take care.